Morning, guys. Pack one, pick one. Well, that's an easy pick. The whole pack is pretty weak. Except for Mentor, who's quite good. I don't even think there's a second choice here, right? Like, we're okay with Pegasus, but it's like pretty low down the list. Same with like Axe or Dreadmaw. Maybe take Vengeance. Alright, another creature with power 2 or less. Hello, Merc. I mean, that's technically a red rare in the type of thing we want to do. Maybe. This pack is, on the other hand, terrible. There's a Shock, which is kind of meh. And a Harpy, which is pretty bad. Maybe we could make Harpy in that work. Harpy's so slow. Black, white, or black, red. Hey, Dehydrogenase. Hello, Gherkin. Good morning. Colic Signer. It's an interesting name. What does it mean? And I own your ass. We know that one. All right, what do you guys think? Shock or Ravenous Harpy?
A renewal. Welcome back.
Hey, what's up, Gherkin?
Have a great day, M8.
Welcome back. I'm going to try the Harpy. Harpy wants to be red-black? Maybe. Alright, there's a lightning strike for the immediate punish on passing the Shock. Ooh, feels good. Alright. I mean, there's nothing else in this pack. The Wind Mage is kind of whatever. The Child of Night's kind of bad. There's an Inspire Charge. Alright. Alright. +1 Shock. Rip. There's an Axe. Zombie. We don't have to be white either. I take Vengeance. This pack is also bad. I like the zombie, but I don't like it enough that I want to commit to it. I think this is Axe. All right. Jesus, these packs dried up pretty quick, didn't they? So there's Encyclopedia, which is kind of a dirtle card where you get a little tiny bit of card advantage. There's an Artificer. The Artificer is all right with artifact creatures, but really not very exciting. It's a 3/3 body for 4, which is kind of expensive. You need an artifact in play to get any value out of it. It needs to be an artifact creature. Okay. These packs aren't that bad. I'll have to take your word for it. They seem terrible to me. All right. Got a Surge Mare, a Rise from the Grave, a Priest, and a Dreadmaw. Also an Act of Treason. We passed that Shock early. We have no idea what colors we're playing right now. We got two artifacts and one of each color here. Lightning Strike's our second best card. Mentor is our best card. There's a point to wanting to be in white or red. I think Rise from the Grave is probably the best card here. With Surge Mare the second best card. We're nowhere near blue, but we could be. Yeah, there's Active Treason and Harpy combo, but we're really far away from that being a type of thing we want to draft immediately. Like, we need more components before that becomes exciting. All right, White Beater, 2 black bodies. One of whom likes life game, one doesn't care. I think this is a Drill Master. It's a pretty unexciting 2-drop. But it's that or an unexciting 4-drop. Bloodletter. It's also a white-red duel, an Inspired Charge, and a Divination. Blue looks pretty open. It's kind of annoying. Pretty far away from blue, kind of. Maybe we're not that far away from blue. I think the bloodletter's fine, though. Is a late divination. Are we black-white beatdown or something? All right. There's this pack. So Dragon Egg or Ogre. Dragon Egg is clunky. I guess it goes in the red-black sack archetype. I mean, Ogre's a shit card, so is Minotaur. Egg's pretty bad unless you can get some sack synergy with it, then it's not so bad. There's these cards. They're all in a pack together, so I know not to draft them. It's convenient. It's a Sure Strike versus an Inspired Charge. We have no wide effects right now. They're both pretty bad. I don't know which color we're more likely to play right now. Our white cards are worse than our red cards right now, but only barely. Good morning, guys. How's everyone doing? I don't think you can splash Mentor. Infernal Scarring's a scam. These other cards are also a scam. We'll take the dual land. In case we get something sick and green. Eating a banana! Your name is Beefy Nuggets. Are you allowed to eat bananas? Hello, Dr. Nobody. Hello, Atham. Dude, Smelt Wheeled. We're in. We're in. I learned recently that bananas age avocados and other fruit. Did you know that? And onions apparently do this as well. I had no knowledge of these things. And apples. Apples age other fruit, or apples are affected by the aging process here? All right, so we're pretty all over the fucking place right now. If we had one more shock here, instead of that initial harpy, I'd felt a lot better about this draft. Could have walked away from black super early. Apples age other fruit, huh? All right. So, weak white removal, goblin card, soul salvage, and a pyromancer. Okay, try pyromancer. She's pretty OP, kinda. Sometimes she's great, sometimes she's absolute shit, honestly.
You ready?
I mean, it's better than the other options, I'm pretty certain. We've been pretty low cost cards thus far. So that's our first 4. Does this eat planeswalkers? No. Okay. Oxidizing fruit absorb the air around them. Is that the mechanic that works by? It's oxidizing. I don't even know necessarily what that means. All right. Angel of Vitality is a 2/2 flyer. There's a second Chandra. It's a Blood for Bones and a Reduce for Ashes. Reduce for Ashes is the card I always get confused with Seer, the 5 mana, the 3 mana 5 damage. This is much worse, clearly. The Angels don't really have any synergy with us yet. Like this card is basically 3 mana 2/2 with no text on it in our deck at the moment, which is okay. Triggers Mentor, I guess. This one is a 5 mana 3/2 with life gain text on it. It's a nice duel in our colors. I like Steadfast Sentry, but I don't love it. This has to be Chandra, unfortunately. Maybe not unfortunately, maybe fortunately. I mean, it's fine to have that. There's a shock in our color. Dungeon Geist is a fucking bomb card. We're no way near it, unfortunately. That doesn't go in our deck. It means blue is wide open both directions, though, which is kind of crazy. Maybe we should have seen that in some way. I mean, we had that early Surge Mare followed by the Divination. That was basically our only hints. The black cards don't do anything. Blood Burglar's an okay 2, but it's not an exciting 2. We're kind of committing to red with double Chandra pick. I'm okay picking up a shock here. Then we hope either Protector or Blood Burglar wheels, depending on what color we end up. If Angel wheels, that's fine too. We're looking white-red here, but we can maybe find red-black sack if we can find a couple more cards for it. God is Willing is a bomb white trick. I don't know what card this does. That card is terrible. The rest of these cards are terrible. There's an Inspired Charge. We could wield that and be okay. Red-green duel and a axe. I'm okay with God's Willing, though. Are we moving away from black? Black was probably a scam. Oh, come on. Risen Reef is here. We're no way near it. These are the 2 colors we're not drafting. This card is so good, though. It's so good. All right, so we're looking at red-white. These cards are not playable. We could go deeper on the black speculation plan. We don't have to play white yet. The Drill Master's pretty weak. The Swift Claw is very weak. The Line Breaker's terrible. It's just Mentor and God's Willing right now. Smuggler's okay. Yeah, the Smuggler's pretty bad. I mean, this is the card that would go in either deck if we're playing red or white. This card is a much higher power level card, though. Vulture's okay, too. Splash green for Elementals. Well, the card I want is Risen Reef there, not the other one. It's another Thief. And there's a Hauler. Hauler is good, although red is a little bit awkward to play. I like Reckless Airstrike too, honestly. Feels main deckable to me, Reckless Airstrike. Dude, do you think this is the second Thief and we go black-red? Just drop Mentor? That card is good, but it's clunky as fuck to cast. Yeah, it's a great 2. I'm not denying it's a good 2. So here we actually would like some 2-drops that are a little bit easier to cast, especially if we're going black-red, since we have no 2-drops if we're going black-red. There's 2 2-drops here on the Pack Mastiff and the Bird Grabber. There's an Active Treason that I actually kind of want in this deck, although we only one sack outlet so far. Let's grab the Mastiff. How fine is it to go 3 mana types? The answer is how much fixing do you have and what's the power level of cards you're playing. If you're just asking, can I do it with basic lands? The answer is you can, but your deck gets really inconsistent, and that means you lose some games due to just mana problems. So what you need to do is win more games by the cards you added than the losses you're going to pick up from going from putting those 3 colors of land in your deck. We'll grab the 2-drop Bird Grabber. No one's particularly excited about Bird Grabber, but oh well. So we kind of pushed black here off the double Thieves. So Soul Salvage gets value if we're playing it. There's another 3-drop, but we're really full on 3-drops. And there's a 4-drop who finds goblins. We have 1 goblin in our deck, and we're super excited about not having more than 1. So we're probably going to take the Soul Salvage. There was the white removal card. We currently have no removal. That Vulture just came around. Steadfast Sentry is here too. If there's is there any way we could possibly still be white? I really don't think so, right? This card is garbage. That card is good, but we only have it. The Mentor of the Meek's our first pick. We're not playing that. I think we're red-black with whatever the fuck this deck is. So I think I'm okay with a Vulture, but I'm not excited. Oh, that's true. We div Shock and Lightning. That's true. You're right. I forgot about those. I'm just sitting here going like we haven't drafted any. I mean, that's technically a card. I'm not fucking playing Duress. Alright, we need pack 3 to save us. Red, black, no sack. Man, I can like trace the genesis of this deck to picking Harpy over Shock just for some diversity in my life, and I wish I hadn't. Honestly. Okay. I'm not playing Duress. Maybe we're still white. Second axe is too many. Ginger can steal my opponent's creatures. That's interesting. Why are cards like Duress bad? Because they're situational cards. I mean, they don't always have a target. They only sometimes have a target. And what that means is when you draw them in like the mid game, they often just whiff. So it's essentially -1 draw for you in a format that in a draft. The game is about generating card advantage. The game is about outvalue. Often, sometimes you out-tempo your opponent, but the vast majority of the time, you're card advantaging them out. You have more resources to beat them with than they have to beat you with. I mean, this creature looks okay. The problem is it has like 0 synergy with our 2/2 flying deck, right? I think this is Imp. The Replicator is... That's okay. I mean, we can't ever have double Chandra on the board. It's a legendary. Not a lot in here. There's the Rise Again, but our deck really doesn't get any value out of Rise Again. And then there's this guy. This guy is not good for us. We don't want to shrink the board. That card is such a bomb. Death Bloom Thalad's very good, and Soul Seer is excellent. There's also a swift response in here in white. White looks wide open, of course, over here. I mean, I don't know. There's 2 good white cards in here that are just really solid. Yeah, it's going to be Soul Seer. Thalad is excellent. It's also a 3-2 beater, which is important for us, but I'm hoping it wheels. It shouldn't wheel because the card is bomb, but we'll take Soul Seer. It's too good, right? So Witch's Cauldron and a Finishing Blow. A Gorge. Spell Gorge are weird, and a turn to... This pack is loaded for us. Tons of black and red in here. That's interesting. We don't have any way to control stuff. Maybe this is Finishing Blow over Cauldron for just a 5-mana removal card that hits anything, including Planeswalkers. I'm okay with that. There's a lot of stuff we'd like to wheel in this pack. I don't have enough sack synergy to make Cauldron amazing. Like, we have no cards that steal from our opponent yet. It's Village Rites. It's a sack outlet, another Feat of Resistance, and a Hallow Blade. So white's open. Yeah, we've got a ton of white cards passed to us. Feels bad with that Mentor. Feels real bad. No, never mention that again, chat. As far as we know, we had no Mentor. What is a Mentor? We don't know. I don't really want another 3-drop, although I do appreciate that I can drain them out with that creature. What are my other options? Meteorite. That are Village Rites. Take a Village Rites. This card's okay. The problem is we're pretty packed on 3-drops. Dude, Egg is a 3-drop? That was a 2-drop. Such a bad 3-drop. Okay. Pyroling. It's clunky. There's another Shock. Sure Strike. Bone Pit Brute. Do we need a 6-drop? Kinda. Do we hope to wheel Cyclops and grab the Shock? 2 Shocks is a lot. Shock. I mean, Shock's okay in this format. I feel like it has more targets in this format than it did in M19. Thrill, Hobble Fiend, Wizardry, Skeleton, another Feat. White is so open, chat. We'd have such a sick fucking white deck right now if we'd taken that. That Harpy was so bad for us. Do we want a Skeleton Archer? Maybe. There are some things in that. How are our 2-drops? 1, 2. We're missed 3. We could really use another 2-drop. I'll take the Hobble Fiend. The problem is we have sack synergy without any cards we actually want to sack. Like, we don't have token generation and we can't. Why is that still in the deck? Opponents, please. Please play this game. We'll take the black red. He's a 3-mana 3/3 for us. That's really what he is. Is a 2-drop better? Probably not. Fuck. There's this pack. I don't think that card is any good. That card is actively not good. Okay. Short Sword. Another bomb white card. Second Rise Again. We don't have anything to Rise Again. We have no creatures that matter. Like, Rise Again is not good for us. Goblin Wizardry is pretty weak too. It's a Short Sword, I guess. I don't know. I mean, our deck actually kind of likes Short Swords and Marauder's Axes. We have a bunch of little dirtle 2-drops that don't fucking do anything. Look, Swift Response. Like, 6-pack picks from the end. Oh, dude, we missed the white lane here for sure. Fetid Imp and so white black was open, by the way. So Fetid Imp and Cauldron Wheel. We have no sack synergy. It's too bad. This card could be quite good. I think this is just Imp again. Zombie Wield. Another Sure Strike or the Rise Again Wield. Take a Sure Strike. Okay. All right. So this is like a 14 land deck, and we pray to the fucking the draw gods that we just curve out every game and beat the crap out of them. It is so sad to see so much open white. It's so sad. Pick one, pack one, pick one. Mentor of the week, which was like an M19 bomb, baited by Harpy. All right. So what are we doing with this deck? So our removal is shock, shock, and a lightning strike. So if anything with 4 power or greater, or excuse me, 4 toughness or greater comes down on the board, we instantly lose the game in a spray of rage. Okay? We need 7 cards out. The Dragon Egg has no synergy with their deck. None of these cards, I mean, none of these have synergy with their deck. Maybe the Warmonger can get in with, oh, it's Trample. It's not even Menace. Oh, and Soul Seer. That's true. We did get a Soul Seer. Do we run second axe in this deck instead of short sword? I like the mana cost on short sword equips, and the toughness boost on our creatures is okay as well. Where's that egg? Did I get the egg out already? Good. I mean, egg, like that creature is a winning creature. I mean, maybe I could run egg if I had Warmonger and Harpy in, or I'm gonna run Village Rites. Possibly I could run egg if I keep the Village Rites and the Harpy and the Warmonger, or just the Warmonger. We need 2 cards out right now. Blood Glutton is terrible. Our 3 drops are okay. Zombie's not exciting for this deck. We want to be able to attack, and a 2/3 body doesn't attack, but it does let us mana sink and maybe drain them out if they're low on health, which is relevant. Our 2 drops are fine, although this card doesn't put out pressure until we put some fucking equipment on it and start swinging. I think we want both Sure Strikes, but it might be possible to cut one. Sure Strike's good for a deck that wants to attack. Our deck definitely wants to attack, and there's always an argument for Short Sword coming out because the impact isn't a lot on +1/+1. But I think these cards all want to stay. What's the creature count right now? 12. 12 is too low for this deck. I don't want Encyclopedia in this deck. What are our mana sinks? Moving equipment around, pumping the dog, eating things, death touch. We have no elementals. The dog might be an elemental. Is the dog an elemental? Is he a dog elemental? No, he's just a dog. Okay. Cut a land. Oh, we're definitely cutting a land. We might be going down to 15 here. I mean, literally, we have a 4-drop and a 5-drop, and that's it. Although we can, with a deck, I mean, anyways, this deck is kind of garbage. It's a little bit awkward because we want both. I'm trying to think which land we go down on, right? Like we'd have to drop. I mean, we have no double costed spells at all. So there's no red or black extra lands. So we're looking around like how early we need to play those cards, and then what tricks we want to hold up while we're doing other things. So we want to be able to hold up Shocks. We want to be able to hold up Sure Strikes. We want to be able to hold up Soul Seer. Feels like we want an extra red mana. Can we go down to 15 lands with this? I really think we can. It's just 2 and 3 drops for us, right? And 4 drops are situational. Do we cut Finishing Blow? Because it's so high mana cost? Blood Glutton out. What's Blood? Oh, Blood Glutton. I don't give a shit about Blood Glutton. We can't make it fly and we can't make it evasive. It's a 4/3 for 5 mana. We don't want that card in our deck anyways. So this is 40 cards right now. Might not be a soul salvage deck. We don't have valuable creatures. We don't have ETBs. 1 ETB, I guess. This is something. It's true. Dragon Egg. Will you go over where you're supposed to go? Thanks. 2 Sure Strikes, a Short Sword. Do we get more creatures in here by doing this? I think we upped our creature count at least. We're up to 13 from 11. I'm pretty much playing all the black-red creatures I can play, right? The only thing we're missing is this 4/3 and that 4/3, and they're both scams. Salvage Dragon Egg is good. It is. It is. So these are our sack outlets. Hobblefiend, Ravenous Harpy, Village Rites. We got offered 1 active treason, but it was up against something that was actually relevant, so we didn't take it. That's the only one we got offered in this draft. I could possibly get Soul Salvage in. It is a high value card, but the thing that comes out is basically Short Sword for that. And I think equipment's actually pretty valuable in this deck. I think. We're not going to have a lot of mana, so we're never going to like Soul Salvage double cast. Maybe cut a Sure Strike. We could, but I got to attack in this deck, and our highest power creature is 2, 3. We have one guy with 3 power, and everyone else has 2. So we kind of want Sure Strike. It is going to fuck our mana base to have to cast that spell, but we got to attack, right? Thief always wants to attack. It draws us cards. I think I can't. I don't think I can keep Soul Salvage. I'm not cutting the sack outlets. I was just looking at whether or not Dragon Egg is playable, and I think with 3 sack outlets, it's 4 with the Dire Fleet. I think Egg is playable here. Yeah, the 1 sword, 1 axe is an interesting question, and the answer is we're expecting to be light on mana. I like the low mana cost of sword, and I don't hate the toughness portion of it, right? So I think we want 1 and 1. All right, this is a deck that we can play. So technically legal. Okay. All right. What do you guys think? 12 wins? Super medium? That's optimistic. I'd give it below average. All right, let's go win. Let's go win 7 games with this. 4? Well, make your bets. Got 45 seconds. Hey, Zardov. Hope you're having a good day, man. Had a few brews. What time is it for you? It's 8:53 a.m. for me. I'm jealous of having a few brews this early. Below average equals 7 easy wins? Yeah. All right. You ready for land screws? I mean, obviously, that's what happens when you cut black mana. You got a 2-drop. 9 p.m. Jesus, time zone. You're 12 hours difference? Where are you at, Zarda? Where's 12 hours different? Mods can gamble now, really? That's nice. All right. There we go. Never didn't have it, chat. Did I get that from Joe that never didn't have it? I'm not even sure. Attack. Well, we're now flooding. 4 lands is flooding for us. We have 1 card in our deck that costs more than 4 mana, and only 2 cards in our deck that cost 4 mana. So I guess he wants to block the Thief. Can I do anything to make that I could soul steer away the Glider to let the Thief get in. We have 4 removal cards. This is the only one that does more than 3 damage. Here, a Sure Strike would be really nice. Worth it. We need the early damage. I don't know if it's worth it. We don't actually have any Lava Axes in this deck, and the cost of doing that is I don't get to develop a creature here, and I can't remove the first fucking 4 toughness blocker they put out. I don't actually think that's true. I think the answer here is actually to decide if we want to make this a 3-2 or not. I have a 1 timeout. So I'd like to draw with that information, but I want to threaten the sacking of the zombie. All right, so we're going to play out Swamp, play out Zombie. Attack with both. Draw our Sky Marcher, that's fine. He's going to trade off Thief with Glide Master because he doesn't want me drawing infinitely, which is fair. He has no other trades here. I need to be aggressive, but what is more aggressive? Developing power on the board with the answer to remove their other shit, or swinging with a thief once more? Again, like what happens if they just untap, play land, and play a 3/4 creature on the board? What do I do then? Do I just forfeit? Dude, he didn't block the thief! Oh my god. No thief block. Accepted? Yeah, I feel like using Soul Seer is over the top here as well. Wolf's Saddle. Accepted. Dude, in a board of 2/2s, the 3/3 rules the board, clearly. Now we can double spell, including Soul Seer. That seems good enough. Get to attack with all again. I'm gonna remove that. And then start playing fly. I can't play, I can play one flyer this turn. All right. Is Cardboard Live not working? It should be working. I have both the program open and the rest of it. I guess there's no point in blocking this. I saved 1 damage to my face, but I'm not worried about him racing me. Not working for you either. What the? Why would it? What? All right, I'll try restarting it real quick. Can I alt tab out of fucking arena? Seriously? Minimize, dude. Minimize. Hold on a minute. We'll deal with that in a second. All right, all right. What are we doing here? He put a 2/2 out. We don't care about a 2/2. We're happy to slam all our stuff in. He's at 10, right? Okay. I mean, I guess if he's got a spell, he can eat the zombie, but then we just eat it with the Hobble Fiend in response. It's fine. Sure. All right. So what do we want to play out here? We want a double spell. I guess I should have led with Imp with 2 mana up. It's fine. All right, let me fire it up. I just fired up Cardboard Live again. It says it's working too. So I don't know what to say. I'm going to take this damage again. He could have an interaction spell like a Titanic Growth or something. I just don't want to trade off the Imp when he's at 6 health. So working now? Okay. So there must be some ordering, like I got to have it before or after arena or something. I don't even know. This can go face. Can also remove his creature to stop him drawing cards. We have 5 mana. I could minus this and then actually cast a creature as well. It seems better. All right, so let's get in. He's at fucking 3. Do I just hit him in the face? I just hit him in the face and set up for Bloodletter next turn, right? All plays are good plays. I like Vulture because it makes a flying threat. Yeah, you can do 1 damage to that. That's fine. Doesn't do anything to the Planeswalker, so... I guess he had Titanic Growth there, but then, I don't know. We played around that Titanic Growth for so long. Maybe I should have played around it there. I don't know if it was better to minus or plus Chandra there. Obviously, the upside of plussing is... or minusing, rather, is I get another body on the board. But I liked putting him at 1 when I had a drain card in hand as a creature. Right? Like, that makes him really stuck on how to deal with that.
Returned.
Loving the MTG content.
All right, what's this hand? No creatures, but we have shocks and shorts. I mean, we have to keep this, right? We just draw a swamp. It's fine. Okay. Going second, of course. All right. Yeah, working on my novel between matches is correct. Thanks, Peps, for the resub. Glad you're enjoying the MTG. Probably the last day of MTG for a little bit. I mean, obviously we'd draw that. Why wouldn't we? No, why? Why what? What things do I hate about draft?
SNL.
We can talk about that in a second. Hey, you know what? Thanks for 43 months. Appreciate it. Good touch typing skills. I'm just a loud typer. That's it. All right, now he's got 4 mana and he could develop cards that have more than 2 toughness. So we're fucked. We're fucked, chat. I mean, technically we can go up to 4 toughness right now and still be good. Maybe we have a couple other things too, right? I don't think I'm holding up Village Right versus blue-green. So I couldn't equip pre-combat because if he didn't block, I was going to Soul Sear that thing away. So that's why the sword looks like a bad play, but it's not. It's because of my hand. Sleep paralysis. I would have loved to have drawn the end of last turn if I had left that open, but we're worried about 3 mana and not being able to do things if we draw stuff. Like we draw a land, we want to play out Chandra, etc., right? So. Decline. I learned to type playing video games. I learned to type playing StarCraft 1, chat. So, yes, your timing windows for typing was pretty fucking small. So for me, it was a lot of trying to get that typing in. See, this is an awkward play here, unfortunately, because I want to have Village Rights, but if I don't draw a swamp, I can't cast again. I probably actually can get another. We only get 2 cards out of this too. I need land though. 1 power on the board is pretty minimal. I think I actually do Village Rights here. All right. I'm not sure where the equip was. I made it on the Bloodletter, but maybe right now the town would make more sense to attack through. But I've got the Sure Strike for the ground. I'm pretty sure I clear up anything with... I'm not expecting 6 toughness here, and if there is 6 toughness, I guess I can move it around. We'll see. I think we're okay here. Again, not short sorting pre-combat. I miss a point of damage, but the idea behind it is getting to see what happens before we make decisions, right? So what does this thing do? Draw 2 cards and discard a card. Flying, whenever it deals damage to an opponent, you may reveal a hand if cards have at least 6 different... Okay, we're going to remove that because that card is whatever the fuck it is. So the question is how. I could develop Chandra minus for removal, bring Chandra down to 4 loyalty. I suspect right now he's going to block if we attack, which means I want to have Sure Strike up. So what I think I do here is actually this. I think I pre-combat Soul Sear that thing. Run out Mountain. Attack with both. He probably blocks because that card is super valueless, that tracker, and we Sure Strike through that. Alright. See if he blocks first with the 5-drop. Well, the problem is I can't attack with both if I don't Soul Sear, right? So here's the option. The problem with what you're suggesting is, let's say I attack with both, right? He declares blocking, I Soul Sear the 4/5 away because I don't want my 3/3 to die, and I lose 3 damage. It's annoying. I can pump it twice to 4. That's all my mana. It's not good enough. We can get in through 3 in the air.
A new
Chandra him for 2.
Come, steal yourself.
Thanks, Stardust, for the gifted sub.
Building an army.
If I play out Chandra as a... I mean, I can just use it to tank the Dreadmaw once. He's going to attack it. Is it better or worse than playing out my Death Toucher right now? Seems better, mana-wise. And I will want mana to pump the Mastiff. He's going to be incentivized to attack with the Dreadmaw if I run out Chandra too. So I think I want to go face with the Bloodletter, Chandra, go face with the Chandra, hold up red mana for Shock. I think. I could have been... you know, there's another play that I just missed too. I could have Chandra'd, attacked with the pass mat. I mean, I could have like 3-for-1 myself here to remove the Dreadmaw. I don't know if that's worth it or not. It feels like it's not worth it. But maybe it would have been.
So much to do, so much to see. I'm fired up. I call my fists Pyromaster and Firebrand.
Best deck, best top deck for us, Lava Axe. I pick. I mean, I have a little. I don't know. I'm not a super good typer. I'm fast but fairly inaccurate typing. I don't think I wanted to trade Shock plus Mastiff plus 1 Chandra charge for that 6/6. I don't actually care if he attacks my Chandra. I already got 2 damage out of it to his face, and it opens up ground attacks with the Mastiff. It's 9. Okay. I mean, I guess if he one-shots me with the Dreadmaw, it's a bit sketchy. I can't block it. I don't have 2 black, so I can't activate Death Touch on the Fetid Imp. Rabid Bite. That sucks. Isn't Chandra just dead? Yes, but if he wastes his Dreadmaw attacking into my Planeswalker, I get beatdown damage to his face, which is what I want to do. I want to kill him. I don't care if he kills my Planeswalker. Look, as I said, he's incentivized to do that, clearing the ground for my Mastiff to attack. Yeah, we're red, black, no creatures above 2 mana. Of course we're racing. Alright, so I guess I'm dead to a Titanic Growth next turn. Do I shock him now for mana efficiency? So this goes in, we pump it twice. So it goes to 4, 5, 6, 7, 80s at 1. And we equip the sword, he's dead? That seems good. We'll do that.
Toasted.
Good game! Okay. Opponent through? I don't know if opponent through or not. Attacking face instead of Chandra makes total sense for the reasons we outlined. The reason why he can't attack Chandra is it takes too much time to do that. He loses his blocker doing that, and he doesn't do damage to my face, which is why we played the Chandra, right? As I said when I played it, I'm like, I'm fine if he attacks my Chandra. He didn't know about Shock, so he doesn't know he's dead, but he's pretty close to dead on board. All right. Chat, I got a question for you guys. My brother made Mythic in draft last season. What does that open him up for? What is there, like an invitational for him? Is it the like standard plus draft invitational, or is it just something else? Like what does he have access to after having made Mythic? His hand is bad. We need a red mana. The Oaken farm was ambitious, I agree. Have to be top 1200. How does he know? Oh, it was saying his player profile if he made top 1200.
Quitters never win.
Who knew Melly? 6 to 8 months.
Filthy. Blessings to you and yours.
Thanks, man. So Thief is clearly the card I want to play. So this, okay. So I can play out Zombie that blocks Thief, threatens to do that, And that would be fine. If I had mana, if I had red mana in hand, I would play that because I would want to blank his card draw. But my thought right now is I get blown out by like a fight card right here, but I have to attack with Thief because I have to unlock red mana. And I need to draw to do that or I'm going to lose the game. So I'm going to run out Thief. We got double Chandra in hand. We got to get red mana. See you in a month? See you, man. He gains the title Nerd King. Nice. Okay, I'll ask him what his mythic ranking is. Yeah, so he's got a fucking spell to remove it. It's always Rabid Bite, isn't it? I mean, we had this happen to us yesterday. Guy goes first, plays Thief. I play Thief. He goes a fucking removal spell. I mean, it's not infuriating. It's just dumb. Yes, I get it. Going first in Magic's good. Who knew? Top 1200, I'll ask. You did, you knew? Gotcha. Oops. I'm not quite sure why I'm not getting options to do things right now. Oh, because he played a +1/+1 counter to his Thief. He's going first, developing mana. Okay, we lost this one. It doesn't matter if he has all the draws or not, right? We just don't have red mana. Like all of our plays are defined by the fact that we can't play our fucking cards, which is a typical Magic thing, right? Want to play your cards? Tough shit. Yeah. Imagine drawing badly, right? That's all right. Our last two games we drew pretty well. We're gonna get. I mean, we're playing a 15 land deck. There's gonna be games where we struggle with mana. A 15 mana deck with no dual lands, right? And we don't. To be honest, we don't want dual lands in this deck. So we don't want tap lands. We would like extra sources of black and red mana, but we can't guarantee that. This is the inconsistency of lower land count. I mean, he's curved out perfectly, right? All of his mana every single fucking round. Imagine drawing a swamp here. Don't we have 7 swamps in the deck? We got 4 of them before any red mana. I don't think I can beat Dreadmaw at this position. It's draft flipper, right? So those are rares. Lose 2 life to enter untapped, and I don't I don't think they're in this format, but B, they're rare, so you're not going to be able to play with them, right? Maybe play 16 lands. That's not the thinking that gets you anywhere here. Our curve ends at 4. We have 2 4-drops, neither of which are creatures. They're both in our hand, of course, because why wouldn't they be? But no, we don't play more lands here. All right, opponent, this is not fucking hard. You're way the fuck ahead, and I'm mana screwed. Let's go here. There's no time to think here. We've got other drafts to get to. Okay, sure. Do I just concede because it's wasting my time and my life? And yeah, I'm going to. When I miss the sack trigger on the Harpy, I'm gonna just concede. That's fine. You got me, opponent. Well done. That was not a game of Magic, by the way, chat. Again, the part of Magic that I fucking hate, right? The highs and lows of this game. Go. All right. Flipper asks, why am I... Flipper, you wanted to know why we're not playing more Magic? Is that the question? I don't think I could come back from that. It's got a 6/6 on the board. I have nothing in my deck that challenges a 6/6. And certainly nothing in hand. So this is kind of what, mid to late season right now for this card cycle, right? Do I play EDH or Commander? I don't. All right, opponent's an aggressive deck. Opponent rolled the dice, won the 50-50 again. I want to track this 50-50 count. Like, I don't really feel like we're going first 50% of the time ever. Just don't play anything, opponent. You can't play this card in any real deck. That card is, I guess, see, red-white life gain matters. Like, why is Radiant Fountain in there? Just for aggressive fucking racing? Yeah, new set is launched in 2 weeks, right? So I don't want to jump into this old set at like 90% of the way. Oh, he's got shock. Fuck you. Of 90% of the way through the season. So core set end. This core set draft was kind of something a little different. And it ends tomorrow, right? Tomorrow morning at like 9 a.m. or something. Open mana just beating me to death with a 1/1. Apparently his hand is all red removal. I've got 3 plays here. I can play Direfleet, Harpy, or Egg. I mean, feels like what I want to play is Direfleet this turn into Egg next turn, even if I don't draw land that way. I get blown out by like Lightning Strike or something, but I can't play around that right now. Okay. Your average D20 is at 8 point. Yeah, right. Egg eats removal. No one removes eggs. That's a solid fucking no. Alright, if I could ever draw a 4th land, I could just remove that piece of shit. Alright, question is now, do I want egg on the... No, I want a 2-2 on the board. I'll block with a 2-2. So we're going to go here. Egg. Eat it. Hit him in the face for 5. Alright, we got to do something, chat. We went second, and because of that, we're 9 life down. Awesome. Now we can play the game. Sweet. Reckless Airstrike. I think that deck is main. I think that card is main deckable. Like, not even exaggerating. So, you know, kudos to the opponent for finding that. All right. I am gonna shock this piece of shit in a moment. Actually, I'm gonna do it now. I don't have 3 red. Still fine. Why now? Could wait for him to attack. I get blown out by Infuriate if I wait for him to attack. Infuriate's +1 though. I guess I could just Harpy and try to bait the combat trick. That's probably better. Okay. If you tap my red mana auto tapper, I'm gonna fucking scream. Yeah, I can't take more. I mean, I take another point of damage to the face by letting this attack, right? Alright, I don't want that activating this next turn. I want to be mana efficient here. I could leave Harpy back to block with Sure Strike. I still have all my protection spells for that, including Eat. I could fucking gobble up Bird Grabber for another 5, but I don't think it's worth anything here. I need to take no more damage. So far he's played 2 red lands and a colorless land. He very likely could be mono red. The fact he got 100 damage out of Scorched Spitter is fucking stupid. But this could be Lava Axe Central kind of deck, right? So I think we're just going with the 3/3. We're gonna decline to sacrifice. It's a really clunky interface because you select units to attack by clicking on them, and right when you go to the combat phase, this thing goes select a unit to sacrifice. I feel like every time it does that, I'm gonna sack a creature I don't want to. Goblin up for block. It's too much mana to activate Goblin for blocking. And this is only 1 point of damage. I'd rather have that up. Because this has to leap with the red mana, and then I don't have both of these. And I can't eat either. Crash through Trample. Okay. Alright, can we kill him right now? Yes. The answer is yes. Got him. Got him, boys. Alright. Easy win. Alright, chat. He says he finished 500 to 700 range. So what does that unlock for him if he finished 500 to 700 range? I will get to your question, Flipper. Sorry. Eventually. Mana screw on his side? I don't know, man. I think he was mono red. He had a lot of plays for 3 mana. Going first, mono red there. You want to go first as this deck with... I can't play any of these cards. These cards are weak attackers anyways, and this card's locked till like 1,000,000 hours from now. Alright, I think we get rid of Ravenous Harpy here. Okay. Invitations to tournaments. Is it this tournament that's standard day 1 and then it's like draft day 2, or is it what is it? What is that tournament? I don't know what that tournament is. Are we gonna go 7-0? We already have 1 loss, so it's unlikely we're going 7-0. I need a land here. 2 top. 2 top is not good. If I had another 2-drop in hand, I'd probably Village Rites the Mastiff. Just to unlock land. No drafts and invitationals? That's toxic. Why? Because it's online, they can't draft? Wait, is there not draft in their client? The fuck you mean there's no draft because it's online? That makes approximately 0 sense. I think he's blocking here, and I think he has stuff. I'm fine with this. I'm just gonna develop. It's fine. Is this counterspell? I doubt it. I think this was combat trick is what I think it was. Could be counterspell as well. I'm gonna run out Thief. Okay. Arena client can't organize a tournament correctly for large events. Imagine designing a game that is literally digital magic and telling me you can't put together arena events. What kind of fucking fail is that? All right, I don't want this thing on the board anymore. Am I willing to use shock for it? Sure, it's a fine shock target. And we play out Bloodletter. It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to have a product that's that poor. Why don't you just make a product that's not that poor? All right, so let's see. We want to pump this with red, black. So that's 3. This is 2. We want the first strike off one of those. Black for Village Rites. We can't get blown out here. We can play that post-combat, I believe. All right. Okay. This month is historic, so it rotates what it is. So last month was sealed, this month is historic, okay? Alright, I wonder if the dog is worth anything right now. I mean, he's gonna block. I can trade dog off for Archer. He's at 12 is the problem. I don't think I have the reach to kill him right now. If I sack my own dog. Okay. I wasn't expecting to keep a 2-lander and flood out in a 15-land deck, but here we are. Do I want to trade off dog for Skeleton Archer? I really don't. I mean, maybe I should for red mana efficiency, but I don't think so. I think he's going to be incentivized to attack with that Skeleton Archer, and I want him tapping creatures. Golos Tireless Pilgrim, all right. Standard constructed. Tournament held this. The tournament for qualifying is standard constructed. All right, I don't understand this format, chat. Talk me through the whole thing for this. So, all right, he makes Mythic or whatever. Do I block and kill this? I'm never getting through on the ground with these bodies. I could block sack or I could block trade. I think it's block trade. Okay. If he hadn't played that creature, if he'd played that's a good one actually. Do we try to double spell here? I feel like I would prefer to block sack so I take no damage, and additionally get the draw. But the problem is it's a 3-drop. There's a decent percentage of the time where I draw a fucking land, and then I think it's still a pass here. I think it's a pass here. Yeah. Egg's an amazing draw for sure. All right, okay, let's see. Mixed Mythic in March, plays Historic Qualifier in April. Mixed Mythic in March. Okay, that's what just happened. Plays Historic Qualifier in April. So the whole tournament is Historic. So by playing Draft, you allow yourself to... All right. Didn't attack because he doesn't want to trigger Egg. I'll trigger Egg myself. Draw some cards. Nice. My turn. I mean, what is this? 9,000% of the cards in my deck are lands now? Okay. Held up, totally lost. Certainly sucks, but like he's like, got him to saturate his mana. Oh, dude, can you not have a removal for every card that I've drawn? Like, it literally is a removal for every card I've drawn. Okay. I mean, cards played 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Lands drawn 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. So we win this game a fair percentage of the time, but that fair percentage of the time is not now. 3, 6, 7 to the face. I have no Lava Axes. I have no Hasters. We win this game by pressuring with small creatures that we didn't draw. Okay. I don't think we can win from here. So what is the sequence? I guess I Chandra his face.
Pyromancy puts a little sizzle in my step.
I don't think I can get there
I'm gonna
killing
try something
Thalid,
new.
for example. Yeah, we're gonna lose. Annoyingly.
One day I'll come back.
He's
even
gained a life too?
stronger.
Yeah, he did. I mean, fuck you, Magic. I mean, this game is simultaneously super insanely fun and an absolute trash pile of shit game. It's both simultaneously. Okay. 15 land deck, by the way. Okay. Yeah. $15 land deck. Draws 11 lands. Okay. Getting to go first is nice. We've got a 2-drop removal. 1 land unlocks our entire hand. We've got sack synergy in this hand. Seems good. I'm sure we won't get to 3rd land and we'll lose 3rd game on land. 3rd land acquired. We're fucking in, chat. Look at this curve going first too. Feels good. What is this card? 2/2 can't block non-flying creatures. Okay. It's tempting to remove it, but we can remove it next turn. Can't block either, so I don't know that I care. Part of me want to play that Thief out. It's just so strong to go fucking egg into Warmonger, hit him for 5, pull an egg out. I would like to be drawing cards. I wonder if that was wrong to play that. You can't play that card versus me. That card doesn't work versus me. I forgot we had equipment in this deck. Totally escaped my mind here. I guess I don't have... I mean, I don't have to go overboard on that. Man, now if I had Thief in play, it would make a lot of sense. I can get in for 7 while activating the egg. Is that good enough? That's gotta be good enough. I think he's incentivized to hold block to block the 2/2. What is he playing? Swamp Island. Okay. I'll end step or shock his 2/2. Is he gonna ping me in the face for 1? Maybe he has this. Is there some way to sack your own artifacts? I guess you could play Retributive Wand in that goblin that eats artifacts. So maybe he's going to drop red land, cast the goblin, and start pinging our creatures for 5. Alright, I'll ask him if he's got that on his profile. Animator's okay with wand. Animator would be better with any artifact though, wouldn't it? This is a 3-drop artifact that doesn't do anything. That's not true. It does it does target to 1 damage. I guess it's okay maybe. There's the animator. You nailed it. Sure. Have your 5/5. You gonna attack me now? Nope. Okay. Goodbye, your creature. Land is absolutely fucking perfect here. Okay. Why didn't you ping it? You still have the ability. Oh, he didn't have 3 mana. He could have pinged my 1/1. Maybe I shouldn't have equipped the 2/2. I forgot he could kill the creature. I actually thought it only went face when I read that card initially. 2/1 first strike. First strike's actually a bit of a bitch here. He's at 5. He has to block this. He goes to 1. Is there any way I can get better than that? So if I make this a 5/5, I could trade it off for... So what if I transfer Wand to that? Does it do anything? Or Marauder's Axe? Always blocks dragons, takes 4. I can't get 1 more damage. We have Shock and Lightning Strike that goes face, but we don't have them. Chandra goes face. So that's 4 cards in our deck that kill him with the top deck from this position. But we can die here too. I think bringing him to 1 is too valuable to pass. Oh, I can't do that though. If you do that, you can block the 4. I still think it's valuable. I still think he blocks the 2/2 flyer, right? Oh, it's so good. Block that one. Block that one. No, don't block that one. That's fine. Okay. Alright, Mastiff can be pumped. Thief draws me cards. I'm pretty sure if we draw cards, we win this game. So although I could play Mastiff and transfer the Marauder's Axe over, which would be super nice, I don't think that gets me anywhere here. All I need to do is draw Chandra, Shock, or Lightning Strike, and he's dead. Axe Marauder, sack Goblin, swings 7/5, and prioritize killing the Animator? That's a terrible play. Why the fuck would I want to do that? The problem with that is so many things, right? I don't care if he taps his 5/5 and pays 3 mana to kill my grabber. I'm fine with that. I want to put it in a position where top decks win me the game. And I don't think trading for the Animator would even make sense on that board. I guess you don't want me to kill the Wand because the Wand's going to ping something when it dies. I think I just lose with that line. Trampled? If he just gang blocks, Trample doesn't do anything. I mean, I'll have Trample here in a minute. If I want. Yeah. So now we set up to do this. He's got Island open. Island 2 others. What does Convolute do? Is it a 3 mana extra cost or what? Four. So I can't play around it. Yeah, yes, clearly 2 to the face, Dan, for skin. I'm talking about playing around his counterspell or not. Just imagine if the only decision was whether or not to win the game. Would I like to win the game or not? Sometimes you guys are ridiculous. All right, so I was wondering if it was like, for example, like 2 more, I could maybe draw with Thief first. But I think from this perspective, I do actually run out Chandra here, as annoying as that is, and try for it. This does dodge some of the counterspells in this format, but not all of the counterspells. The one I was worried about in particular is the one that makes me pay 4 more mana. All right.
Hey, I'm Chandra. Nice to meet you.
Why does dropping a 4th unit not win the game? Because your units can't attack the turn you play them. And it wouldn't win anyways, because he can block with this creature and then tap it to kill another creature. So this thing essentially kills my 4/1 anytime it wants for 3 mana and blocks another creature. Opponent has rage quit from the Chandra top deck. I mean, we literally put him to 1 with the intention of getting him in reach of, you know, a bunch of our spells there, and traded creatures for it. He's not drunk, he's upset. Yep. What does the spreadsheet time reward mean? A lot of the games we do have some planning aspect of it. When enough people pull out that reward in some of those games, we open up a spreadsheet and do some planning. You could sacrifice the units you can't attack with to trample. Sure, but a 5, but that doesn't even make sense with the board, right? Like, he becomes a 5/5 with trample. Trample can't just go face. It has to be assigned to the unit that's blocking it first, and excess damage goes face. So if he's a 5/5 and he blocks with a 5/5, then all that damage is absorbed. And if I transfer Marauder's Axe to him, he just blocks it with 2 while pinging the other one, right? And I still only have 3 attackers, because, or whatever it was, because I can't play that 4th creature and get it to attack that turn. I mean, you can run out spreadsheet reward now, but there's no spreadsheet for this game particularly. All right, 4 wins. And it's worse than that too, right? Because when that 5/5 artifact dies, not only could he tap as part of the defensive thing to ping off my 2/1, he then either trades it with my dude, or he trades it with my dude for damage. So imagine that, right? So imagine I attack into that. That artifact, when it dies, does 5 damage to any target. So he blocks, taps it to ping off my 4/1, trades damage, the 5 damage kills off my 5/5, and then he pings off anything he wants for 5 more damage. It would have wrecked my board. Yeah, it's okay, man. I'm not trying to rub it in. I'm just trying to explain the play. Going second. We got a bunch of flyers, but there's no power on these. These 1/2s are not super good for this deck. I mean, I think I keep this. This card's dead, but this card's early interaction. It looks like a pretty weak hand, honestly. But I don't think it's better than the rest of it. What does RSK for channel points do? There's a podcast that I've been on like 25 times or something called Painkiller Already. And they're the Painkiller Already fans are called the RSK group, which is kind of the Real Sweet Kids, kind of. All right. So we're racing from behind. It's another red-black deck. I blocked the center here, as annoying as it is. What is this? Whenever you gain life, target opponent loses that much life. Okay. Dude, I just milled like our best cards in our deck. Fuck! Fucking self-mill. Alright, whatever. We'll get a flyer in, keep hitting him. Does it have lifelink? Are there tricks in black-red that give it lifelink? There aren't. I'll take 1 damage, it's fine. Can be a bluffed attack. Looks like it was. That's gonna get removed. Can Fetid Imp and remove that. Seems good enough. I will now trade. I will now block with this 1/2 imp. Keep tabs on amazing self-mill plays and how often it hurts, but you can't look at it that way, right? It's random what it pulls out of your deck because you don't know the order of the cards in your deck. The fact it milled a nasty mill there is whatever. So I don't really want to pop the Dissenter out. So I think I block here. Take 1. Keep the Dissenter as a 1/1. And keep racing. Mask of Immolation. Okay. Sure. Fifth mana, but tapped. Okay. So we have 2 plays. We can play an equipped short sword, or we can cage zombie and shock. I guess we could cage zombie and sword too. I do need to shut off that fucking lifelink off of Vito. I want to keep swinging in the air. We're never going to kill him. I love how it taps red mana here. Really? The death touch is... Oh, dude, okay. Shock is useless here? No, it isn't. Shock lets me kill Vito when I block him to prevent the life gain later. It's not useless at all. Cage zombie is maybe useless, except that I slow down his stuff here. Okay. Maybe the imp attack is loose, I'm not sure. But I don't want to hold up black mana, and if I tap my black mana and leave the imp up, it telegraphs the shit out of that. It's annoying. Self-mill is super annoying. It always feels bad when you put your good cards in your graveyard and you don't have recursion. You know, activate your lifelink. Get in for 2, deal 2. You're tempted, but then you can't do anything else. What happens? You can't cast any cards. What if he has a trick? What if he's got shock? Come on, max combo. What are you going to do? No, I don't want to... Why would I shock Dissenter? When Dissenter dies, it becomes a 2/2. No lifelink for him. Wants to play cards. Makes sense. Are you going to double ping my cage zombie with transferring mask? Yes, please. Do that. Please sacrifice all your creatures to remove my 2/3 that I don't want. Oh, is it Skeleton Archer? Skeleton Archer would be pretty annoying here. Okay. Did it post-combat, which makes no sense at all. Sure. Okay. Not super exciting, that exchange. This thing has been annoying with the active treason as well, but he's out of cards. I mean, we're technically out of cards too. Do we want to trade damage here? Probably. This card does not give stats. So if I set that to block, he trades the 2/2 into the 2/3 and then sacks whatever creature he draws to kill my 2/3. Which doesn't seem good enough. Right now I'm ahead in race math. I've got removal in hand. Keep going from here. Is it a creature? No creature. Land. All right. It's a dead card for us right now, but okay. There's one way to do it for opponent. He did. I think what he was concerned about was... Actually, I don't know. I don't know why he didn't attack with the... Why didn't he grab the Harpy first? Like, in what world does he not grab the Harpy first? It seemed a weird way to do that. I was thinking he was trying to play around blocks, but it doesn't make any sense. Oh, you play more than 15 lands. I'm sorry. That doesn't seem like a smart play. Any reason you're trying out Kaldheim? I'm not. Oh, not trying out. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm not trying out Kaldheim because it doesn't give him lifelink, right? So I'm just gonna remove that in a second. So if he attacks me with zombie, I block it. He can sack poison tip, archer, and zombie to get rid of harpy. That's fine. Doesn't even kill it because I can sack fetid him. Okay. Goodbye. Has death touch, right? Yeah. Shouldn't you have put the mask on that creature? Like, that creature is the valuable creature. Maybe not. Sorry, I'm not playing Kaldheim because it's 90% of the way through the season. I don't know the format, and it's just a huge gem sink for me. And I'm only playing this right now because I kind of like I had a hankering to play Magic. I was like, I want to play. All right, can we win here? 2, 3, 4, or 1 off? I think I just hit him in the face. Develop creatures. Keep village rights up. Seems fine. So core draft was kind of a nice little surprise because it's something that's a little bit different of a format. Yes, 18 or 19, 20, and 21 or whatever it is have been played by people before, but they haven't been played by people before as a set like this. So it's a little bit different meta for me to play in, which feels like a little bit better thing. Lets me kind of learn on a similar page, a little bit behind because I don't know all the cards, but still a little bit there. So, all right, opponent floods out. We have less lands in deck. Feels good. I'll block it for dumb shit. I mean, all right, what punishes me with block? Are there any red, black, or green board clears? I'm not sure of any. I don't know why green's in his deck. I think I just block here. There's that red X spell that goes face. And what is this? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we can 7-point face. If he could hit me for 2, brings me to 9. Ping me brings me to 8, and then 7. I don't know. I don't think he can kill me from here, but I don't think he can stop from dying here either. So, am I excited for Strix drafting? I don't know if I'm playing. I kind of a little bit want to check out the beginning of the new season. I don't know. Magic's kind of a game that I have love-hate relationship with this game. I enjoy playing it when I'm making decisions, and I hate fucking playing it when I'm getting games with 0 decisions in it. And it's expensive to play, right? All right. 5 wins. What did you guys think? 28% of you were right. 72% said no, Filthy can't get 5 wins with this deck. I enjoy handing out your just rewards. Okay. All right. Can we get to 7 with this? I'll let you guys make that decision. Start prediction here. Can we get 7 wins? Okay. Deck wasn't that bad. It has an easy to follow goal in endgame. Yeah, it certainly was bad, but it has an easy to follow goal in endgame for sure. Does tier go up? Yeah. So the rewards, Tom, the rewards are scaling, right? So 5 gets you 1,600 gems in 4 packs, 6 gets you 1,800 gems in 5 packs, etc. Right? So 4 is the break-even point. And I actually thought yesterday we went infinite, but we didn't. We drafted 4 drafts yesterday. We hit 3 of them that we went 5 wins with, and 1 of which we went 2 wins with, which is actually a loss, right? There's only 250 gems at 2. So we generated, it cost us 6,000 gems to play yesterday. We generated, 1,600 3 times, which is what, 48, and then 250. So we were at 50-50. So 5,050 gems generated, 6,000 gems to play yesterday. So even though we went 5-2 in 3 of our 4 drafts, we lost 1,000 gems. Gems are, what is the equivalent? I think the store gem equivalent for this is, where's the gem packs? I don't want this shit. Gems. It's 20,000 gems for $100. So it's 200 gems per dollar. So yesterday we lost 1,000 gems, which is, what would I say? 200 gems per dollar. So we lost $5 yesterday. Okay, there we go. There's the math. Now, we had a good day yesterday. I think the day before that, we probably lost, I don't know how many gems. And like Monday when I was jamming drafts offline and playing poorly, I don't know how many drafts I fucking lost. You don't think $5 is much, but imagine that you went 2 in all your drafts, right? So we went 5 on all those. Imagine you went 2. Now it's 250 rewards back with 1,500 buy-in. So you spend 6,000 to start with. 6,000 is, what do we divide by? 200. So it's, what is that? $30 worth of drafts or something like that. Is that right? 6,000 divided by 200. Yeah, I think it's 30, right? And then you get back 1,000. So we'd get back $5. So it cost us $25 if we go 2 wins, right? So you're always bleeding gems in this game, right? And if you're jamming this 8 hours a day, streaming it repeatedly, I don't know what it was. I think it was best of 3 drafts. When I first started playing this game, when it was in beta, and then right as it released, I could go infinite in drafts. I put $100 into the game initially, and I got through like 6 months of drafting with that, or something like that. But that was with best of 3 drafts, because best of 3 drafts let you downplay the variance, but they don't allow you to play best of 3 ranked, and I don't know why. It seems like a fucking huge scam to me. All right, we got cards and things, and going first. This is about as good as it gets for this deck. You're asking for Bronze League gives less at 4 wins than gold at 4 wins. No, nope. The payouts are exactly the same based on your rank. Yes, they nerfed free to play, which is too bad. So part of it's that, Flipper. Part of it's the portion of the part of it's the cost of drafting. Part of it's the bidding in midway through. I kind of wouldn't mind playing next draft season. So when the next set releases, I have some interest in kind of taking a look at how that draft set is. I do enjoy it as an option. It's tough to, like, this game, you really want to be playing it a lot, because the way you get good at drafting in this game is understanding the cards in the set they're a part of, right? All right, how do we deal with a 3/3 on this board? Run out of Fetid Imp. Ah, dude. And just attack with the Hobble Fiend and then trade 2 for 1? That seems toxic. I guess this is just run out Axe and equip it and hit with whatever creature we put it on. Yeah. We're still offering 1 for 1 and not getting an additional damage in. We don't want to let him eat any of these. Which creature is less valuable to us? Probably the Hobble Fiend. We might actually get drain value out of this zombie this game. I don't like the pause here. 1 white mana pause is probably that fucking protection spell, but I can't do anything about it. I gotta get through this body, and I gotta get through that protection spell. Takes it. Ooh, feels good. 4 to his face. What's the expected cost to get a full set from just gems and real money? I have no idea. I don't even look at it that way. I don't want a full set. I don't play standard. I don't really enjoy standard that much. The fun for me is in part drafting and building the deck. Like that's such a unique game experience. And there are other games now that have added drafting, but there's no way near as cool. All right, what is 4 of open mana here? Removal and tapped creatures, I guess. Is there any white or green damage spells at instant speed? I can't think of any. I don't know how we're flooding, but we're flooding. I mean, I never don't swing here. He's going to remove whatever the fuck he wants here. Can't do anything about it, so. Oh, the make 2 1/1s. All right, I missed it. Good fucking call. Should I have transferred Axe in that case? Yeah, I should have. Yep. It's an untapped trick. No untapped trick that I'm aware of. I mean, he can't block Hobble Fiend with 1, right? Or maybe he can. If he blocks with 1, I'm going to shock it. If he blocks with 2... I already played land this turn. I have already played land. Do I transfer? I don't think I transfer. Do I transfer? Transfer Marauder's Axe to Imp. So we're likely to draw a 3-drop next turn. And we still have 6 mana with a 3-drop. There's 2 Chandras in the deck. I want to have mana open to sack the Hobble Fiend, or have the Hobble Fiend eat here. Probably eating Imp, or I could just not attack with Hobble Fiend, or I could let it die and get in with Imp and use Zombie for drains. I think I'm actually going to transfer Axe over to the Imp. This is now my 3/3 beater in the air. Okay. Nightpack Ambusher would have been super bad. I don't think I'm playing around a rare though. We're a face deck with no gas left, and he's leaving us open attacks into his board. I don't think I can just ignore that. It's fine. So the lifelink off the Acolyte's a bit concerning. I can prevent that by blocking it and sacking, which is reasonable. But the only thing I can sack to is the Hobble Fiend. Okay. I mean, that's a card. Can get rid of his lifelinker. Swing with the 3/2 and the 2/3. Seems good. He's got 1 white mana open again. He's had 1 white mana open a lot during this. It was giving him pauses earlier. I'm still super worried we're going to get blown out by that fucking 1 mana combat trick, right? I think I swing with everything here. He obviously blocks a 2/1. He takes 5, goes to 3. It's lethal in the air off the Imp next turn if he has no answer. He can't kill the zombie, so I can get drain value out of the zombie later. Okay. The Troll's getting priority. Good thought. I didn't think about that. You're right. Troll is probably getting priority. Do I think I play better when I talk out loud? No. I think I do worse when I play. When I play just in my own head, I think it's slightly better play. But I like streaming games. Like I enjoy streaming, and I enjoy streaming to an audience. It's too bad. It's got him to 5. How's today treating me? Pretty well. Alright, the only downside of ditching our sack outlet is I can't now cast a creature, sack it to the Hobble Fiend, and then drain with the zombie. That's the only downside. I mean, I guess. So what blows me out? White mana, green mana. The kill tapped creature blows me out. I can't do anything about that though. I think I have to go for the kill here, right? There's a lot of sorcery speed removal at white-green. Don't have it, you bastard. Don't have it. Okay. Feat of Resistance blows me out. It doesn't. Okay. It's not Take Vengeance. There's a new one, Sui. It's called, it's an instant speed Take Vengeance. I don't remember what it's called. It's much better. It's in M21. It's 1 white, 1 other. Kill target tap creature at instant speed. Swift response. Yeah. Yep, that's the one I was worried about. All right. 6 wins with this deck. Okay. I mean, we had beautiful top decks there, right? Top decked the instant speed removal for the lifelinker, then top decked extra damage after he healed. I mean, that's pretty stupid. Or that's stupid. It's very lucky. Very lucky. Is this a high roll for this deck? Yeah. This hand is awful. Can I even get rid of it though? That's a real decision point, honestly. We have to keep, do we? I don't have any plays here. I passed the turn twice. Drop a Bloodletter on 3. And a Chandra on 4, holding up no mana for Sure Strike, so I can't protect it. Can I win with this hand? I don't know. I don't know if I can win with this hand. We got 1 draw for a 2-drop. Maybe we'll just curve out off a 2-drop off the top, you know? Mulliganing is super bad, but we can mostly operate on 3 mana in this deck, so mulling to 2, like going down a card. I mean, this is the problem with Magic, right? Better lucky than good is the answer to Magic. Like, just straight up. How was that hand? Terrible. Draw a 2-drop. Hand's great. I mean, we do that a percentage of the time. We got like 5 2-drops or something, but we only do it a percentage of the time. We do it 1 in 6 times, you know? It's kind of ridiculous. Do I trade the 2-1 for the 1-2? Sure. Is there a reason not to? I could Chandra next turn. Maybe there is a reason not to. It's a really nice target for Chandra. All right. Milled 3 creatures. Okay. Why keep if you can mulligan? Genuine question. Because you lose a card every time you mulligan. So your total cards you get to keep in hand goes down by 1. All right. So he did nothing this turn, which is great. This is Chandra.
The city is so constraining. I need to be free. Whoosh! Up in flames.
All right. Do I have any interest? I have never heard of the Gladiator format. Presumably this is when Magic the Gathering fans get together and they actually go at it physically with large weapons, and then the winner gets the other person's deck. It's like new anti-system. I think I'd play that. All right. Somehow, I mean, we kept 4 lands. We're flooding. No surprise. All right. Let's run out the Bloodletter pre-combat. That looks like a counterspell. I can't play around it? Not a counterspell, just counterspell mana. That's good, I guess. All right. I think we just plus here. Does nothing for our deck, but oh well. They duel with their decks and the loser gets sent to the Shadow Realm. The loser's executed. That's good. All right. That's the target we can get through. It's fine. He's tapped out. We drew another land, which seems aggressive. I mean, we're still okay at the moment. We're just barely okay is the problem. Can he no blocks here? Goes to 9. I don't think he can no blocks here. No. Alright. We have 2 flyers for 4 damage. He's at 11. Say we bring him to 7 next time. Does the ping matter? Does 5 matter? Yeah, we double ping here. Alright, so we're ping once here now. And set up for lethal. Not next turn, but turn after, right? Alright. We can certainly get screwed here. That card is actually super bad for us since it has fucking lifelink. 2, 4, 6, 8. I have tons of mana. It doesn't matter where I put this right now. I'll put it on the flyer with the idea that that's relevant. I'm going to jump the goblin anyways. You want to block? I'm not blocking a lifelinker. Fuck that. Let's just hit him for sucking 8. Bring him to 1. If he wants to attack with this lifelinker, we kill him.
You can't handle the heat.
Alright, right now we have 2 shocks and a lightning strike left in the deck and a Chandra. We have another sure strike. We have another piece of equipment. I think our drain off the Bloodletter, unfortunately, is already in play. Some of the time we lose here from this lifelinker just stealing life for the rest of the fucking game at 4. But some of the time we win here as well. We have more power on the board than he has life. That's good. Homebound Lich doesn't block us. That's a cycle. That's fine. That's a good start. That means he doesn't have an answer right this instant. 2 blue and a black. 7 wins. All right. Who bet? Who bet? Were we going 7? 80% of you said no. God, you know what? It's almost more enjoyable than winning 7 is to fuck over chat who doesn't believe in me. Easy 7 wins. Okay. Okay. Bit of each. All right, what's the reward for... I hate that it doesn't bring me to the reward screen anymore. Like, I don't care about veteran adventurer, the 5/5 vigilant fucking human on riding a dino. I just want to see my rewards. All right, 2,200 gems and 6 packs. Done. Yeah, I mean, we got pretty lucky, honestly, with that deck. I think a lot of the times we go like 4 wins there, 3 wins there. All right, store. I've already clicked on store today. This is just a fucking scam. I clicked on it on stream. Stop pinging this. I don't want to buy your shitty deals and your shitty fucking game designed to ping me to death for money. I just wish to play infinite drafts. Thanks. All right, next draft. Next draft. All right. Zardov with the 72k points. Nice, Zardov. I tried Kaldheim? No, I haven't. Heart of the deck. Okay. Yeah, that's the problem. Partholon has nailed the problem, right? It's very difficult, I feel like, to play this game for free. I also feel like the MTGA community is not a particularly supportive community for streamers. And I think my personal theory on this is I think they get fucking pinged to death by the microtransactions that are part of Magic. That's my suspicion. Anyways. The problem is, Paps, that I'm coming in too late in the season for me to want to do that. I'd have to learn the format versus people who already know the format when it's 90% of the way done, so only the hardcore drafters are still drafting. It seems like a particularly bad setup for myself. You don't want to play for free, you just want the price to be in line with other games? Yeah, you want to play for the game up front, but it's not really how Magic's business model is it? I think you're overestimating the skill level of the remaining Kaldheim drafters, but so much of drafting is understanding the format. Like, which cards are good in that format matters so much. It just takes you time to learn. All right, pack 1, pick 1. There's 2 cards in here that are worth talking about only. That is Lich's Caress and Dryad Greenseeker with a slight nod to Cav, but I think Cav is a lot worse in the mixed format than it is in just M19. We're getting my ISP is doing things. Sorry guys. It'd be nice if it would stop doing those things. I don't know when it will, but I'm on a timer here, so I have to pick these things. Sorry guys. All right, I'm grabbing Greenseeker over Lich's Caress. Lich's Caress is medium removal that requires life gain synergies to be good. So, first big Greenseeker's fine. Fixed? It's not fixed, it's just the bit rate's shit right now, right? Which means if the screen doesn't change very much, it will stabilize at a reasonable picture. But if the screen changes at all, you'll lose all your visual quality. That's weird. There's a patient rebuilding that wasn't pack 1, picked 1. It's past me a patient rebuilding from M19, the 5-mana blue enchantment that mills people and draws you a fucking million cards. So we're going to pick that, obviously. There's also a Rabid Bite. What was he picked an uncommon. What was the uncommon he picked over patient rebuilding? That card is nuts. Super expensive, but so damn good. Hold very still, that's right. It is. I could probably kill the webcam for this. It might help a little bit. We'll see. Just remind me to turn it back on. Reinforcements. Everyone says that. I think Reinforcements was really good in M19. I think it's a little bit worse than in this mixed format. Sui, I had a Vivian pass to me, pack 1, pick 2 last time, Sui. Like someone didn't take Vivian and took an uncommon. All right. Best card in the pack is Luminous Bonds. Is this whenever I draw? It's on my turn, right? beginning of your upkeep. So this is either Rejuvenator or Luminous Bonds. We don't know what our second color is. It might not be green. I kind of prefer Bonds to... I don't think Rejuvenator is all that good. I think it's only okay. All right, next up. Talons, Totally Lost, Corsairs, Reassembling Skeleton, Bugler. Skeleton's good. It's kind of the type of card we'd really like in a really derpy mill deck if we do that. I don't think Corsair or Bugler are good enough with what we're trying to do with a Patient Rebuilding deck to incentivize picking here. I hate going a fourth color here. I don't think Corsair's all that good in this current format. I think it's a little weak. So I'd probably take this, the Dissembling Skeleton right now. The Guardian's too low power level to pick relative to the other cards in this pack yet. Why would we try to win with Rebuilding rather than have an alternate win con? Because I think Black-Blue is a pretty decent grindy format in this grindy deck in this format. And I don't think Corsair is very good. And I think Bugler is kind of medium. So I'll speculate. I think the power level trade-off is different here. All right, there's a Sky Scanner, which is good in pretty much every deck. There's a Random Spider, a Suspicious Bookcase, a Gearsmith Guardian, and a white-black duel. Okay. Corsair's insane. I guess I don't know how to respond to anymore, so I kind of told you my thoughts on it. All right, so there's a Doom Dissenter, which is pretty shit. Skeleton Archer's pretty shit. Zombie is a beatdown machine. We are all over the place in our colors, and we don't have a strong sense of what we're picking yet. I could just grab the Gearsmith Guardian. It's okay here. The rest of this pack is pretty weak. So, Millstone? Did I pass a Millstone? I don't know. The problem with in draft, I don't know. Like, you're spending a lot of resources on a Millstone, right? The Patient Rebuilding is a lot of resources too, but at least it's giving you huge amounts of card advantage. Okay. Why is Thallid better than Doom Dissenter? What Thallid? Thallid is... The 3/2 Thallid is way better than Doom Dissenter. Okay. Alright. Mind Rot. Ghoul. Brute. Red looks pretty open. Second Brute. Divine Guide. The dual lands in the only color we don't have. It's a pretty bad pack, huh? I don't want any of these cards. I will sometimes play Guide if I have to. I'll pretty much never play Epicure or Diregraph Ghoul. Blue looking closed. We haven't seen another blue card for sure. There's an Artificer in white. We could still be white-green with some Artifacts Matters. We could end up blue something with Artifacts Matters. These cards are bad. There's a 2-drop black card, a 2-drop blue card that's good with Patient Rebuilding, but not good in of itself. I'll grab the Artificer and be upset about it. All right, this is pack 1 that just wheeled. The green card's still in it. There's a Swiftclaw in white. An Explosive Apparatus. Which one is this? 1/3. That's a pack, I guess. It's either the Swiftclaw or the Apparatus. I don't want to play Swiftclaw if I can possibly avoid it. Okay. Black 3/2 flash card and a Manolith. We don't have a lot of... I mean, this requires artifact creatures, so that's not a payoff. We're pretty far from... Hired Blade's a medium black card in the best of scenarios. Like, it's never great. You're never too sad. I actually think this might be Manolith. These cards are bad. These cards are bad. Take the duel. Take the zombie. Take the trumpet blast. All right, pack 2. What's the payoff? Black, red, white, 3/3 flying vigilant. We don't have red mana. You can search for angels, demons, and dragons. Okay, I haven't seen that card before. It doesn't look very good for us. All right, what else is in here? There's a 3/4 elemental, a blade brand, 3/4 flyer rather, a spider if we're on the blocking game, and a vampire of the dire moon. I like this card. But our colors are so hard, and this did not answer our color question here. So what's their strongest card so far? Their Patient Rebuilding and the Green Seeker probably. Is it Spider? I feel like Spider will wheel. pretty rough. All right. Another Artifact Matters card. What else is in this deck? White removal, blue draw. I think I'm taking this dude. He's okay. Aerialist, really solid card. Kind of want some synergies with it. Spectral Sailor is okay too. We still don't know what colors we are. It's getting a bit late to be not knowing colors. We have no life gain so far. It's double black off that card. And I'm not actually that incentivized to play black quite yet. If we want to play Patient Rebuilding, it's nice to have blue cards. This card is good, but I'm okay with Spectral Sailor here. Can't ever, I mean, I suppose it's a chump blocker sometimes. All right. What is this? I don't know what that card does. There's a Moat Piranhas, which I like. Barkide Troll, which is all right. An Evolving Wilds, which is super nice for fixing. And a Heart Piercer Bow. It's also the Griffin. I think I have Evolving Wilds here. So, pretty happy about that. I'm happy with the the Piranhas rather. We can come back for our Moist Piranhas in a little bit. Maybe we'll wheel it. I like the card. That's interesting. So there's an Elemental Matters green card. Are we likely to be green or white? I mean, we can splash Luminous Bonds off a couple for removal. We're wanting to be blue, it looks like. And green is okay, but not exciting. What other cards do we take? The Lynx is solid in blue. I think it's better than the Elemental. We're pretty, with blue-green, the only Elementals we're really looking for are the pure green ones and then the Risen Reef, which is an uncommon. So I don't think it gets us anywhere. We're nowhere near blue-red. That card's okay, but not good. The bird's there. I think we'll just pick the core color that we know we are, or very likely to be. All right, a second Piranha, or rather another Piranha being offered to us, and a Cutthroat. Cutthroat's flash. Do we have any other cards we can play on their turn? Spectral Sailor. Seems like it's it right now. Risen Reef is blue-green. I think this is Piranhas, but I'm okay with the 2-drop here. I'm okay with this. Just, I don't know. Piranhas is just better than that card, like 99% of the time. It's another Elemental, but I don't really want another Elemental quite yet. I actually don't think the 3/4 flyer is all that good. And I doubly don't think it's all that good when I already have one. All right, so what is this? We still don't know our second color. We're trying to push towards green with a white splash. I can actually splash Artificer if I want. It's not super exciting. If we're looking towards green, the Scorpion's a good blocker. If we're looking towards black, the Lich is excellent. I don't think we're very close to black, though. I don't want to play these cards if I can avoid it. So we basically only have Resembling Skeleton. I'm not splashing that card. So I guess this is probably just the Scorpion as a blocker. There's the Sentry, which is okay, but I'm fine with the 1/1 Death Toucher. All right, what are these? Miscreant, which I can cast on their turn. Hammer, that's the second hammer. Another artifact creature. The rest of this is garbage. There's a red-white duel, but we're nowhere near red. I'll put Raptor in, it's fine. Synergies with our Steel Overseer and our Artificer. Bond, Claw, Tracker, Might of the Masses, Denizen. Denizen has mill synergies, only with blue creatures, which we don't have a lot of, but it's also a 2/3 body. Maybe we just don't want to play it. The duel's in the wrong colors. These green cards are bad. That card's particularly bad. And I don't want Wolfkin Bond, so I think I'm on the 2/3. Wield a Weaponsmith that can search for not cards we have. Artifacts, cast artifact spells as a 1/3 seems reasonable. We have a fair number of artifacts. I think it's better than second bird. There's a removal in white, which I kind of don't hate either. This kind of synergizes with what we're trying to do, right? Casting artifact spells. I'm fine with this. Bowmite Wheel. Dragonfire Vial just wheeled, which is one of the other cards he searches for. Can we replace the Explosive Apparatus for us? That's fine. Heartseeker Bow wheeled too, giving us the Piranhas wheeled too, but we already took one. I'm happy to pull a Heartseeker Bow. We're not going to be doing a lot of attacking. The question is this card valuable enough to play? The fact we can tutor for it's okay, but it's not a very good card. I'll grab it, but I'm not sure that was better than the 3/3. Exactly, we might not be attacking. I don't want Marauder's Axe, but as an artifact, we'll take it. Second crab. Okay. All right, pack 3. All sorts of decisions here. We are blue artifact right now, possibly green. There's a Capture Sphere in here. There's a Warden. Warden's actually fairly good as just a big dude who ties up the ground kind of deal. We're a bit light on removal. I think we have 0 right now. Yeah, we're at 0. This is probably Capture Sphere. Hope to Wheel Track Down. Dual lands in the wrong colors. I guess we currently are splashing for 1 Luminous Bonds. This card's okay in red-blue. This card's not playable. I think this is Capture Sphere. No one's excited by this. Dude, there's a Visionary. Fuck that. I'm taking Visionary. Hope to Wheel Capture. I didn't even notice that. Visionary. Visionary is so good, man. All right. We have some reach from green. We don't. Visionary is so good. A mana dork for 3 mana who's also a body who draws you a card is just stupid. When it enters the... Okay, when it comes on tap, you may too. If you do, draw a card. Whenever an opponent casts a spell from anywhere other than the hand, draw a card. This card can't be blocked this turn. That's interesting. 2-1. It's not flyer, though. It's a rogue. What else is in here? Soul Seer is excellent, but we're near it. Read the Tides and Frost Breath. Red-blue duel. Man, that's the 5th red-blue duel. And then we have situational white removal. That's not good. There's a Swift Response. Do we take Swift Response over Ghostly Pilferer? I think we do. I mean, we're splashing white, right? With a Manolith and a Forsaken. Oh, it's a white-black duel. We actually don't get to splash white. Fuck. That was when we were still playing black. I think I might still take it. I don't really think very much of that blue one. Dude, another red-blue duel. Fuck off. So there's an Unsummon, a 2-2 flyer, a 3-3 ground creature. Okay. I guess. Another Warden, blocker, Colossal Dreadmaw, Drowsing Pteranodon. This is basically our Piranhas, but better. Do I need a top-end 6-drop fatty? I don't really think so. I mean, are we ever going to kill them? Or are we always going to... I mean... There are going to be worlds in which we want to kill them. This card's okay, though. I think it's the Pteranodon. Just gums up the board. They never remove that. Draws you cards. One of these will probably wheel anyway. It's the Dreadmaw or the other guy. I don't really care. Cultivate's interesting. Tome Anima draws us cards. There's a Gnarled Sage as a blocker. There's a white-green duel. White-green duel is actually pretty exciting. This card is medium exciting. It's a 4-4 body that has reach that sometimes gets us, you know, it's going to be a 4-6 Vigilant, actually a reasonable amount of time in this deck since we are playing blue for the draw. Cultivate's interesting too. It fixes lands for us. All right, fine. Thallid, we're not black. Too bad. The card's excellent. Meteorite as fixing that nukes something. A Truffle Snout as a 3-3 seems pretty bad. Okay. Drafts all over the place? Really? I think it's all over the place? I think it's where it kind of needs to be. Alright. Red-green duel, run afoul. Blue 1-2 that draws us cards if we could ever attack with it. Obsessive Stitcher, we'd be splashing this. It's not good enough to splash. I don't think. Pride Melkin as a 3-2 or pumps us with 1-1 counters. It's between Pride Melkin and Larcenous. I haven't actually played Larcenous yet, mostly because I think it's almost impossible to get attacks off with that creature. Frantic Inventory, Silent Dart, Crag as white-red, which we don't need, Fountain, which we can't play. It's between these two. I don't think that card is good. I don't think this card is good either. Warden Wield and a Track Down Wield. So we did wield the card I was hoping to get here. I like Track Down a lot. There's also the Fight spell. The Fight spell might be good enough here. We didn't get our Capture Sphere. I guess one fatty. The problem is I'm hoping to wheel another fatty. I think Read the Tides. There's no decisions to be made here. They're all in colors we're not playing. Yeah. White-green dual land wield. That's super nice. Okay. Weird deck. It's an Artifact Matters blue-green deck.